All right, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna get straight into it. Got a lot to get to on this one, but the name of this lesson is gonna be entitled "What Does the End of the World Really Mean?" What does the end of the world really mean? So let's get straight into this lesson. But as you've been presented this fairy tale madness from the Christian church, we got to put things back into perspective and bring the truth out. So the end of the world is just a transition of power. So the earth has always been governed by a kingdom. All right. So the so-called white man is in his kingdom. This is his world. And you heard these so-called rappers and these Jakes say that this is a white man's world, but this is an Edomite world. This is the kingdom of wickedness. And I'm gonna break it down through the spirit. How what does that mean? The end of the world, because the so-called white man create these movies to just to put more manners and confusion and put that stuff into your mind. So when you think about these things, that's what comes up in your mind. So let's deal with one thing first, because the so-called white man has put in his movies and his media, which is witchcraft. These different scenarios as the world ending, like an asteroid hitting the earth or something like that. What's that movie, Deep Impact? But the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. All right, and that's the kingdom of Israel among the elect. So that's what the kingdom of heaven is. It ain't that you going into, if you believe in so-called Jesus, you go to heaven. If you didn't believe in, you go to this underground place full of fire called hell. That's nothing but a cunningly devised fable. That's a lie. All right, so Babylon, which is America in the scriptures, is going to be destroyed completely. There's going to be a desert when it's finished. All right, with this destruction, after time passes by, there's going to be a desert for desert creatures. Let me get into this first scripture, Ecclesiastes 1:4. It says, "One generation passeth away, all right, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever." So the earth is going to always be into existence. That's what it's. You play your judgments out on this earth. This is really hell right here. Being in these bodies and being, you know, in this condition that we find ourselves in as a nation. So let's get into some prophetic things. So the whole earth is not going to be destroyed. So we got that clarified. Let me go to the next scripture. And David was a prophet. He was prophesying different times in the book of Psalms. So I'm going to show you that. Let's go to Psalms 137, Salakia, and 7. And David, King David, all right, Dawadah, Malak, all right, was prophesying, Malak Dawadah was prophesying on America. All right, prophesy, a prophet would say things before they happen. That's why when people kind of, look at the prophets the way they do. Psalms 140, 137 and 7. It says, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof." So why the hell is David talking about Edom? All right. 8. "O daughter of Babylon." So this can't be talking about the ancient Babylon. So you had three different, Babylons. You had the first Babylon, which would be with Nimrod. You had the second, ancient Babylon, which would be with Nebuchadnezzar and this whole lineage of, rulers. Then you had the modern day Babylon, mystery Babylon, the Babylon the Great, which is America, will be a future kingdom that has dominion over the earth. And it'll be ruled by a particular people, the so-called white man, Edom. It says, "O daughter of Babylon." So your daughter comes after you. If the mother was Babylon, the daughter would be Salakia. The daughter would be America, which is known as Babylon or Babylon the Great or Mystery Babylon. It says, "O daughter of Babylon," and you see something right here. You see King David is talking about Edom, and you see Babylon in the same breath, who are to be destroyed. So this place is going to be utterly annihilated, man. For the wickedness is when you think you can't see another level of wickedness, you see it. "Happy shall be he that rewarded thee as thou hast served us." So yeah, you see Edom and Babylon in the same breath. Let me show you something that David was a prophet. I'm going to jump back to some more prophetic scriptures. Let's go to Acts 2 and 30. Salakia. And it started at 29. This is the book of Acts 2 and 29. It says, men and brethren, let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David. So as the conversation is talking about David, that he is both dead and buried, but he came back in reincarnation as Peter. That's the conversation for another day. And his scepter is with us unto this day, 30. Therefore, being a prophet, so David was a prophet and a king. He just wasn't a king. He prophesied as well on America, on different events. And knowing that Yahweh has sworn with an oath to him, that of his fruits of his loins, according to the flesh, go to show you that's a cut on the Immaculate Conception. All right, the Messiah would come out of, Joseph was his father, biological father. All right, he would come out that lineage. He would raise up Hamashiach to sit on his throne. All right, so let's go deal with some more stuff. Let's go to Jeremiah. And Jeremiah was a great prophet. There's a lot of other men were as well. It was not just Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, so on and so forth. It was a lot more prophets at different times, and there's a multitude of prophets and men of the Lord and teachers back to this day. Everything is recycles. So everybody, that's something that you have to understand. Jeremiah 49, let me start at 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare. He's been exposed for being a devil, demonic, a Satan worshiper. All right, you seen all this stuff coming out in the media about all his ill dealings, his treachery, his rape, pillaging, his lies and his deception. I have uncovered his secret places. So you devils been able to hide and cover up your wickedness for a time, but now the truth is out. That's why you seeing all these different podcasts, all these different people exposing this devil. And he should not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, he is not. So you're a devil. 11, he said, leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. 12, for thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou to be, Salak, let me read this again, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? So you gonna get your punishment, you devil. You had the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in hardcore captivity, man. Thou should not go unpunished, but thou should surely drink of it. So you're gonna get double what you gave to us, you devils. No one gets away. 13, for I have sworn by myself, said the Lord Yahweh, that Bozrah, which was the capital city in Edom, so it's talking about the modern day Bozrah, will be America, shall become a desolation and a reproach, a waste and a curse. And all the cities thereof shall be perpetually wasted. So it's talking about the cities of America. What is America comprised of? Cities, Chicago, Los Angeles, Dallas, Houston, so on and so forth. All right, Salakia. Let me keep reading this. I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is set upon the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. So that's World War III. It says 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among them. That's why these nations hate this place. But if they fit to turn up on America, man, they fit to turn up. 16, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, proud to be an American, right? All right, the few, what's that Marine slogan? The few, the proud, the Marines, if I'm not mistaken. But this place pushes pride and promotes it, and that's why most of the people walk around with pride on them, because it is devil. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, that holdest the height of the hill, thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle. So you all into space. You going into, you got the technology with flight. Your space stations, and your mascot is the eagle, man. Everywhere you have took over, man. I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord Yahweh. So you're going to tear down your kingdom, man. 17, also Edom, they go Edom again, shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. 18, as in an overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, which was by fire, man. This going to be the same nuclear fire. Salaki, I meant this is going to be fire, but it's going to be nuclear fire, and chariots, so-called UFOs, going to be shooting down on this place. And like on Independence Day. And the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So this place is going to be a desert, man, for desert animals. Let's move on. Let's go to Revelation. Salakia. Too much time. Try to get through these last scriptures because you know Jay got a short attention span. Let me go to Revelation 18. Salakia. And I'm going to start at 9, Revelation 18 and 9. It says, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see smoke of her burning. What is this place on fire? They're going to see this. It's going to be broadcasted. 10, standing afar off from the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city Babylon, which is America, that mighty city, for 1 hour thy judgment comes. So it's going to take 1 hour to destroy this place, man. 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. So merchants, merchants sell something, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. Let me show you something that this ties into, biblical prophecy, this place here. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to pull this up as Wikipedia, but it said the list of largest consumer markets. So you see right here, number 1, the United States, hands down, the biggest consumers. So right here, that's how you know it's talking about Babylon, America. Let me get back into this. Salakia. So this is the number 1 consuming country that pretty much they buy a lot of these goods from all over the world, right? Consume, right? Let me get back into this. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. It's saying what it's saying, don't want to buy these merchandise no more, because this is the number 1 consumer country. Let's go to Isaiah, and that proves that this talking about America. Let's go to Isaiah 63. Salakia. Scripture is not going to lie. And 1, this is the book of Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom? This time about the Messiah, Yahushua, which dyed garments from Basra, which was the capital city of Edom. That is, this is that is glorious in its apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, which is symbolic, because the Lord coming back to destroy and overthrow this place, man. All right, and dyed garments like him that treaded in the wine fat. So Lord coming back to not seeing peace on earth, but the sword, which is division and destruction. That's what the Messiah coming back to do, destroy this place and to destroy the people that have joined onto this system with this devil and take this kingdom down and all his other kingdoms throughout the world. All right. It's not going to be no other kingdom co-mingling or co-ruling with our kingdom. Let me hit this last precept. The book of Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will raise up Babylon, it's talking about America, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. What is this? Nuclear winds, all right? Nuclear missiles, nuclear holocaust. 2, I will send unto Babylon fanners, and they shall fan her, and they shall empty her land, for in that the day of trouble they shall be against and round about. And that's his ultimate nuclear holocaust, man. All right. I'm going to be doing more lessons to go into prophetic things, Call halal Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Wadash. Shalom.